Sweden today is known as a diverse little country in the northern parts of Europe where everybody loves to make kebab pizzas, ride reindeer, and eat those fancy little cinnamon buns from IKEA. That's pretty much what I know Sweden is about. But hey, you know what? In the past, Sweden was a completely different beast, at one point rivaling most of the great powers in Europe and potentially having had the chance of becoming the ultimate European power. Well, in Europa Universalis, we're gonna do just that. We left it off in the previous part of the Swedish campaign, which you'll find in the description, in a pretty decent situation. We've done most of our missions, but we still have quite a few juicy missions we're going to do in this part. And more importantly, we're on the precipice of getting the Protestant War of Reformation, in which we're going to obviously take the side of the Protestants. Now, if we get 5,000 likes, we'll do a third and final part of this campaign where we will form Scandinavia and revoke the privilege of the HRE whilst being the Emperor. We've got a few other achievements that I'm going to do today because that's basically the point of me doing this particular video. I'm actually kind of surprised to see how many achievements the Swedes have. It is almost as if a Swedish company made this video game, isn't it? Now, financially, we're not doing too bad. We have a lot of our money coming in from trade, and we're gonna double down on our trade in this particular run. And militarily, we're doing really good, actually. We're allied to the Poles, which eventually we're gonna backstab and wipe out from the face of the planet, but that's for later down the line. For now, we gotta finish destroying what's left of the Muscovites and claiming the lands of the Great Horde, because for some reason us attacking the Muscovites have made the Great Horde stronger, but not strong enough to mess with us, of course. The first thing, however, is going to be us changing our religion. We are currently the Defender of the Faith, which makes it pretty much impossible to change the religion. So I intend to attack the Golden Horde and use that as a fake war, quote unquote, in which we technically lose, but not really, in order to get rid of our religion here. That means we're gonna have to bring all of our armies by the border with the Golden Horde so we can quickly finish that. We also have a few subjects here. Volgast and the Teutonic Order both are our subjects, so we really just need a couple more provinces to do Sweden is not overpowered achievement. Oh yeah, and in case you forgot, we are also going colonial. We have started colonizing the New World. We have Weebland as our first colony in the northern parts of North America, and because of our mission tree, we're able to colonize without colonial ideas. That's right, we don't have any colonial ideas. We're going quality, trade, innovative as our first three idea sets, which really just goes to show that Sweden is by far one of the most unique playstyles in the game because of its amazing mission tree that's totally not overpowered because it's a Swedish company making this game. Clearly not why. Oh, what's that, you ask? Most of Scandinavia is Swedish culture. Where's the Finns? Where's the Norwegians? Well, they just willingly chose to become Swedish. We had nothing to do with this, of course. Just like the last Norwegian province of Akershus is also choosing to become Swedish. And for that matter, the Icelandic people too. Reminds me of that old saying, don't ask the Swedes what they were doing in the 1500s in Northern Europe. Alright, Golden Horde, the jig is up. It's time to give me all you got. Gonna take advantage of the fact that I've got some extra mana points lying around, and I'm gonna be barraging these forts to more quickly finish the conflict. I'm a little bit pressed by time here because I really want to switch over to Protestantism, so I have most of my country converted to Protestant by the 1550s already, right? I always laugh when I see the name Kazan on the map because in Romanian, my mother tongue, Kazan actually is like a big metal pot in which people make, well, used to make stews, I guess. I'm kind of thinking that might have something to do with the Kazani people. Maybe that's where they get their name from, am I right? Come on, it's got to be some relevance there. Oh, I just realized the Ottomans are basically at the border with me right now. That is not great, sir. Oh my god, they're literally in Austria. This is bad. I just now I remember the campaign. So this is cursed because in this campaign the Ottomans are insanely overpowered already. That's gonna be a pretty big challenge for me to take over Eastern Europe with the Ottomans owning half of it already. I guess we're lucky that in EU5 the Ottomans are not so overpowered, except they're even more overpowered in EU5. Let's also go ahead and attack some Native Americans whilst we're here, right? It's a good way of making sure time passes a little bit faster, and also a good way of expanding in the New World. We want to get our colonies to 10 province size at least, so we get extra merchants from them. That's kind of the main purpose of these colonies right now. Okay, let's use up some of that extra money we got lying around to build some barracks. Essentially, I'm not going to expand too much in this campaign. I'm basically only get the northern and eastern parts of Europe. That's it. And what we're going to do is we're going to properly play tall. By that I mean we're going to be developing and building every single building in Northern Europe to see how powerful we can get with just the northern parts. I'm doing this because I'm tired of doing a world conquest every single run. You know, it's like, it's easy. Let's face it, it's not that difficult doing a world conquest, especially when the main limiting factor is how bored you get in a world conquest, right? This way, having a little bit of a role play sort of aspect to my gameplay makes it more entertaining both to myself and I hope to you guys as well. Now, sadly, I actually cannot reach Transoxiana, so I was planning to lose, quote unquote, the war against Transoxiana, so we lose Defender of the Faith, but because we're not able to do that, we're just gonna quickly peace out the Golden Horde and we're gonna attack another nation that we're gonna lose the war to afterwards. Taking these lands here because if I don't take them, what's gonna happen is they're gonna be converted to Sunni Muslim. It's gonna be a little bit more difficult afterwards to convert them to Protestant as consequence. Also, we're gonna get 6 innovativeness because we have the second innovative ideas unlocked, which means we get basically 50% more innovativeness from getting tech ahead of time, from getting ideas before anybody else, and so on. I love this event. This used to be one of the most underwhelming events in the world before, but now it's just so good. It's amazing. And the fact that we managed to get this in a province that already is Swedish is double whammy because we don't need to stress about converting the previous Karelians to Swedes. They already are the greatest culture. Am I right? I was totally not paid to say that. Totally not. Oh my god, I just realized we have an absolutely horrible heir. Oh, imagine if something happened. Oh no. Oh, Carl, he was such a good kid, but had to stick his hand in the radioactive waters of Stockholm. Don't you guys hate it when that happens? You know, I just realized we technically could just concede defeat, which means we lost the war to the Pesamu, which means we're not defenders of the faith anymore. So that, of course, means we can switch over to Protestantismicos. Now we can become the new defender of the faith of Protestants, and it's time to convert everything because this is not going to be easy. In fact, this is going to be really tough. So to help out with that, I'm also going to be setting up the religious unity decree all over the Swedish lands. I would like the high religious unity provinces to get prioritized. I'm going to have my armies set to autonomously suppress rebels in their particular areas. That way I don't need to stress about it too much. It basically just gets automated. Seeing as I've got a lot of sailors lying around, for tier 5 reform, we're going to go for amphibious specialization, which means we're going to be able to use our sailors pool in order to recruit the unique marine units that take up sailors rather than manpower. Also, if you ever wondered what to do in case your colonies get attacked, just enforce peace on them. If they refuse to enforce peace, you end up in a war with that particular nation and you take leadership of the war. So that means they're going to be paying for this. They're going to be paying massively for this transgression. This war is actually pretty good for me from not just a defend colony perspective, but also because I need to get prestige. We have minus 63 prestige, right? So attacking the natives is going to end up with us getting some prestige from the battles and of course from the peace deal too. You know, this war with the Iroquois made me realize that they might be a little bit too big for their own good here. I mean, they started away from the southern tips. I mean, this is what, like modern states of Georgia or something, and then all the way to freaking come on, like seriously, somebody nerf the Iroquois right now. Paradox, nerf them right now, I say. They're too strong, he said whilst calmly playing as the literal most overpowered nation, right? Am I right, guys? Okay, now see, now the entire Iroquois army being able to do damage to my 3,000 4,000 units proves it. It actually proves that they are way too powerful. They need to be nerfed. Come on, where's the nerf, Paradox? Where's the nerf? Jokes aside though, I actually am surprised to see how much land the Iroquois managed to get. Oh my god, just realized I sent my colonists to the province next to Panama, not to Panama itself. Bro, that's the most bro moment ever. Dude, how big is their provinces? Seriously. What the hell are you doing here, England? You're not allowed in these lands, okay? Get out of here. This is my stuff. I saw Iroquois first. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna piece them out with what I have right now, just so I can actually form the colonial nation, and then once that's formed, we're gonna attack them again and get the rest of the stuff. But we really want to get these because we already have quite a bit of overextension. We don't want to go over the overextension even more, so we just need to finish coring all the provinces first. Ew, 232. That's worse than the previous heir. Fortunately, I don't have 0 prestige to disinherit this guy yet. And the religious wars here. It's time to crush some rebellions. This was pretty much unavoidable, sadly, because we did switch over to Protestantism a little bit later than we should have, and we were quite large when we did switch to Protestantism. We haven't even converted like 20% of the country yet. We have converted most of the high unity provinces, but not even close to what we need to do. All right, we can also steal maps now for Central Central Asia. Wait a second, we can get a university? We get 2 universities, one in Stockholm and one in Scania. Oh my god, that is actually amazing. Now we also have technically 4 branches for the mission tree, but the 4th one is only available if we switch over to Norse, which we're not doing in this run. We've switched over to Norse in the previous time we played as the Swedes. So we have the Catholic branch, which leads down to the Religious League, and we get until the end of the game Defender of the Faith or the Holy See. Second option is the Reformation path, which is similar to the Catholic one, and the third one is the Humanist path, which is basically in between the two. It tries to pretty much accept both sides of Catholics and Protestants. Some cool parts about this is that you don't get rebels when you seize lands from pastors. So now we can do the mission because we have enough reformed quote-unquote allies or subjects. Means we got 100 government reform progress as well. And for the Protestant sword, we need to have one of the following aspects: Holy Sacraments, Saint Accepted Prayers, or Parish Registers. That means the discipline, the morale of armies, or the admin free policies. What I'm gonna go for first is gonna be the Holy Sacraments, I guess. We probably might change away from that later. Let's see. So for the next mission, we need to have either less than 0 members of the HRE, which means dismantle the HRE, or basically win the religious wars of the HRE. So that's a mission that we're gonna do after the 1560s, basically. It's also get a little bit of free monies, as I like to call it, so we can build, or actually we can upgrade the monument in Moscow. Why not? This does give a few goodies such as tolerance of the true faith, and eventually we get a state loyalty plus 10% equilibrium and cost of advisors with rulers' culture. So that's pretty good actually. Hey, now we can do our second colony. It's not going to be New Sweden. It's going to be Kebabistanicus. There you go. That's in honor of the famous kebab pizza that everybody really loves in Sweden. Oh, and our subject became Prussia because we changed their religion to Protestant. Oh, that's so adorable. Should we make them into a march? Nah, we're gonna annex both them and Volgast. It's time we don't have any more subjects around the Baltic, or at least get new subject around the Baltic, better yet. Oh, and I actually forgot to get my ally with the Austrians. This should also technically protect them against the Ottomans. Hopefully the Ottomans are not going to attack them again. That being said, it's a temporary alliance because they are the HRE Emperor, so they will very likely cancel the alliance either before the Protestant War, because they're going to have bad relations with me, or when the Protestant War happens. It's going to be one or the other for sure. Hey guys, is this the last of the Mohicans? Oh man, I love that movie, bro. That's literally one of the best movies I've seen growing up, and it's kind of funny to see the country itself onto the map. I actually genuinely never knew that the Mohicans are a tag in EU4. You know what? If you guys want me, let me know in the comment section. I might actually do a Mohican game just for the memes, because I'm curious to see what it's like to play as them. We're using all of our excess military points to develop our provinces. It's not super efficient because we don't have that many development cost reduction modifiers yet, but it's better than nothing. Plus, remember that we do have the forest expansion, which means that developing forest provinces is actually a lot better than non-forest and wood provinces. The truce we had with the Poles is done, so we can attack for the 2 provinces of great interest here, Malbork and Sternberg. We are in essence just trading right now speed for military mana. I'm actually curious, have any of you played Europa Universalis 1 or 2? I've been playing it a little bit past few days just to see what it was like, because I never played it, right? I basically started with Europa Universalis 3, and I realized that EU1 and 2 are basically the same game. Like, EU1 came out in 2001, I think February, and EU2 came in 2000. Oh dude, seriously? I mean, it was bound to happen. It came out in 2001 also in December, so basically the same year both EU1 and EU2 came out. It's kind of weird. And then when I started playing the games themselves, like barely any difference. It was pretty much the same game, maybe a little bit of extra stuff added here and there, but nothing massive. And then they waited and they cooked EU3 for like, what, 7 years, because EU3 came out in 2008. It's been a very interesting ride, not gonna lie. You know, like, we now have EU5. Can you imagine that? How many iterations of this particular franchise there've been already? That's just crazy to think about. Oh, that's why they still have so much war score, because they're allied to freaking Venice, bro, and Venice is massive. massive... Oh, actually, you know what I could do? I could just offer them Mantua. Maybe that would let them... What else do you want? Mantua and maybe a couple of more provinces. If you actually occupy them, I'll give them to them. So that way you get rid of the Venetians. I don't need to actually fight them then. World's best ally, I know. Holy schnitzel, dude. No, the French pulled what I just pulled, and they've annexed the other half of Iroquois that was by the coastline. Oh, this is horrible. Once my truce is over with Iroquois, there's not going to be much left to take from them afterwards. The Council of Trent. An invitation has been sent out to all Catholic countries. It is so Jover. The Austrians are not going to keep the alliance with me, are they? Because usually during the Council of Trent, they go for the option which gives them massive relationship debuffs with Protestants. Yeah, why does Venice have 74,000 soldiers? This is Brandenburg's province. I thought that was Mantua. How the hell did that happen? Only thing I can think of is Brandenburg somehow managed to get a union over Mantua, and then they inherited Mantua. That would be the only logical thing here. The Poles are really not letting down of this. They are going to be fighting this till the very last soldier, aren't they? They went up to 50,000 units. That means they got a lot of mercenaries for sure. We could technically do a peace deal with what we want right now. Like, we actually could take what we want. But I would like to give the Austrians some provinces too, so I'm going to stay for a little bit longer so I can give them some. Wait a second. Hungary still exists. Oh, dude, Hungary exists, and not only that, but they have their union under the Austrians. Brother, I did not know that. It's not even small. They've got how many provinces? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces. Oh my god, Hungary is so massive, it's unbelievable. We probably could return some provinces to them, couldn't we? Nope, they lost their claims over all of these provinces. Look at this. The Poles literally converted this province to Slovak so that it would stop being a core of the Hungarians. Oh my god, the hatred, the literal hatred. Now I could be a complete scumbag and give a province of Austria to the Venetians to get the Venetians out of the war, but I mean, what kind of an ally would do that, right? Oh my god, misclick. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Austria. Oh no, but hey, at least we got the Venetians out of the war now, so should be a significantly faster war as consequence. Don't worry, to Austria, I got your back, bro. We're gonna make sure you get some provinces from this war, like for example the provinces of Moravia, which I know for sure you would like to get your hands on. There you go. Kind of certain that we can probably peace out. Let's see if we can give a few of these provinces over to the Austrians. That should make them happier. We're gonna take the northern provinces for ourselves because they are rightful Swedish clay, and we're taking as much as possible here for Austria. There we go. Transfer this as well to them, and I'm sure they're gonna be more than happy to take Slovakia. They don't want this province though, Zolnok. I don't know why they don't want that. That's kind of weird. Oh, and I want to take Zemitija for myself because otherwise it just looks really weird if I don't. Perfect. That is going to be as a peace deal. Get a little bit of money too, and skibbity boo, skibbity bay. Way better borders now, aren't they? Make sure we core up all of these bad boys, and we apparently have a new mission we can do. The German coastline. Oh, right. Oh, that's really good. Actually, let me cancel the course because now they're a little bit cheaper, and also Weeblin's a little bit pissed off, so I'm going to placate them a tiny bit. So next up, I'm going to be just essentially chilling. I'm only attacking Muscovy to clean up my borders, and after that, no more wars for a while. We want to get ready for a little bit of a bigger war, I guess you could say, in the HRE, where we take over Lübeck and Mecklenburg, and for that, we're going to have to fight our good old buddies, the Austrians, unfortunately. The bright side, we just got Admin Tech 12, so now we have the beautiful new sprites. I absolutely adore the way these guys look. I'll give the Swedish people something. Even when I went to Sweden, I realized that they have some of the snazziest clothes, and just like, they know how to dress. Both men and women, they really know how to dress themselves. I respect that a lot, because like I'm the opposite. I basically dress in literally Adidas. I'm the classic Eastern European meme basically when it comes to clothes. Damn, the Great Horde is getting its ass handed to it by the Ottomans. Oh, I might have to change my plans here, and I might have to attack the Golden Horde, because if I don't, and I just let the Ottomans munch in and munch in, it's gonna be bad, because the Ottomans are gonna have all of the southern parts of Russia, which is gonna make them way too powerful. So I guess we do have to have a bit of a change of plans. Let's go. We're gonna be attacking the Golden Horde before we attack the Austrians. Oof, it's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sometimes you really gotta think about this 3 steps ahead of time, I guess, because if we don't do this, the Ottomans are gonna be pretty much unbeatable afterwards. Oh, what the hell? The British have also established a colony in the Colombian parts. This is the most active nations have been in the colonies in so long. Like, we've got the Portuguese, the Spanish, classic, but then we actually have the English, and we also have the freaking French here, man. And we have the Swedes, of course. So what's happening? Why are there so many nations active in the New World in this run? Right now, the Poles and Chagatai are not willing to join, which is actually okay in my book. Let's attack Yes Maximus. Make sure we grab as many provinces as we can to prevent the Ottomans from taking these lands from us. Okay, they have made their peace, and they actually didn't take as much as I expected them to. Did they even take anything here? They only took 2 provinces, Sarai and Lakia. Okay, that's fine. I would assume that they had other interests in other parts of maybe Persia or something like that. I don't know. Don't care though. I'm not here to ask questions. I'm here to make sure that we grab what's rightfully ours, and that is the entirety of the Russian realms. Everybody knows it was supposed to be Sweden all along. Just because I want to get ready for the next war, I've canceled my alliance with the Austrians. I don't care if the Ottomans attack them, for example. I kind of feel like the only reason the Ottomans haven't attacked them again is because the Austrians are allied to me, right? So if I'm lucky, maybe the Austrians get attacked by the Ottomans, then I don't need to stress about them so much when I attack the Northern European HRE members. Dude, I freaking called it. I literally freaking called it. It's almost like a little bird told me that that's gonna happen and told me to crash my game so that that doesn't happen with us in that war. Almost as if, guys, I can read the future is what I'm trying to say here, okay? 3648. That means we can just do a little bit of carpet sieging and we're gonna be fine. And we sieged a few provinces down. Let's see if we can piece them out now. We can. We can even take 42 ducats. This is a great victory for my people. It might look ugly, but trust me, it's for the betterment of everyone here. We'll let the Ottomans take these provinces, but we're gonna basically cut them from expanding anymore into the Asian parts. And we're gonna take Zlatust because that way we get the gold mine in Zlatust or Bashgird or whatever it's called. This is actually acceptable. Let's go. Boom. Now we're gonna have those years of peace. After the Austrian war, we're gonna have the years of peace, okay? Just one more war and then we're actually gonna chill, guys. One more war, that's all I'm asking for here. Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff to core up now. You might say that the Ottomans are winning the name on the map game, but then look at this bad boy here, huh? Look how big our name on the map is. No, Vienna has fallen to the Ottoman scourge. Oh, where are the Poles when you need them? I might have played a hand in the Poles not being there, I guess. It's not good. It's not good. Why do I get the feeling that Vienna's gonna become Turkish Sunni after this? All right, boys, it's happened. It's happened. We don't need to worry about the Austrians. Let's go. Let's go with the war. Quickius Maximus. We got to take both Mecklenburg and Lubeck. So we're gonna do a second war against Lubeck after 1 month. There we go. They still are pretty much in a very horrible state, so they're not gonna be joining in, which is exactly what I want to happen. We need to have both of these provinces under our control. Can I actually fully annex this already? Would that be too much aggressive expansion? That would be actually acceptable. Okay, let's go for that. Should check what's going on in the New World because I haven't looked for a while and I may want to make sure that my colonies are not dead or something. Kebabis Tanicus has actually been expanding. That's nice. The French are really doubling down on their New World expansion. I mean, they've absolutely capitalized on the Creek situation. I'm also curious to see what the world looks like now religious wise. Oh, look at the difference. Oh my god, we've got so many new religions. We got Anglicans in the British Isles, we got some Reformed in the HRE, a lot of Protestant in the north and in the east, very little Orthodox left. In fact, almost no Orthodox left, and a buttload of Sunni as well in the east, and pretty much I think Sunni right now is by far the largest religious group, isn't it? I think that's the same in real life as well, isn't it? I'm not sure if it's Sunnis or Catholics, the largest denomination. Hey, we've integrated Prussia. Nice. Once we take Mosquito, we're gonna have this third colony or whatever, so we're gonna be a little bit more established in the New World. Oh, we can also do Bane of the Hansa now. The pillage of Lubeck happens. Interesting. 80 devastation in Lubeck, and that's it. Just 80 devastation? That's it? Do we not like make them lose a lot of development? Oh, come on. I would have liked it if Lubeck lost a ton of development. Let's also make sure we force religion on everybody else that we could. I would like to make a level 5 religion out of the Protestant faith. Oh my god, Austria has it really bad. I mean, really bad. I could technically make a subject out of Lubeck, but I just want to annex them. Lubeck is a pretty good city to have overall. Oh, boys, check this out. Proclaim protection of the Protestant faith. Boom! Now, the Protestant and Catholic leagues will be enabled, and we automatically join the Protestant League. It's so freaking on. It's crazy, boys. That's right. We're about to have the literal, actual First World War of modern society. Yes, I know. 1550s is still modern society if you ask me. And we also can now do industrialization of Sweden, which is going to give us 5% discipline and a buttload of money. Plus, monopolization of the Baltic has 3 options. We can increase prices of copper and iron and mercantilism for a while, decrease it, or go for the middle ground here. I'm gonna go for the mass increase because I want the extra mercantilism plus 5. Also, what the hell is happening here? The Portuguese, Spanish, and the British have been in a war for like 20 odd years, and the Spanish are kicking some English ass. Jesus, 57 aggressive expansion for taking 2 provinces. That's crazy, dude. Oh, I see why. It's because they've been developing their provinces like crazy already. 13 times developed in Holstein, 12 times. Come on, game. You've even developed Saxe-Lauenburg. Well, 2 can play that game. I am going to be releasing everyone and their mamas. So, congratulations. You helped me release 3 Protestant nations, and as such, our rank has increased to level 4. Sure, we can also upgrade some of the extra monuments we have in Russia. We actually have a lot of monuments right now under control. Great projects, sorry, not monuments. Great battles going to happen here, boys, and I believe the Venetians are going to be paying for all their sins. There you go. So we've been in this war for some time now, which is why we're able to peace out the Venetians. It's been brutal. It's actually been brutal, but we're here now, boys, because we can actually do the peace deal. Not too much aggressive expansion, actually. So I think I'm going to go for the full annexation. Yeah, that works for me. Let's go with that. That way we get the entirety of the Mecklenburg state. Well, most of it anyway, because we don't have Prignitz, actually. 1 province. What? No freaking shot. No actual freaking shot. The Ottomans just declared a coalition war against me. Okay, let's see. Who is in this? The Ottomans, Sibir, and Nogai, Mohicans, Qasim. Okay, that's fine. We can handle that. I don't think I've had a coalition war actually trigger for a really long time, and I believe that's because we don't really have any alliances right now. If we had some actual alliances, this wouldn't have happened. So the way to win a coalition war, because it happened, we might as well navigate it now, is to win every single battle. That means don't worry about the sieges as much as you should worry about not losing battles. Once we have the ticking war score for having shown superiority, which means winning battles, we're basically golden afterwards. The Ottomans do have slightly better units than me, though. We do have a lot more discipline than them, so it's gonna be pretty tied up between us. It's gonna come down to who has more units. They have right now close to 200,000 soldiers, so that's gonna be a problem. We're gonna have to fight this defensively. Winning just small battles here and there really makes a massive difference in a coalition war. So whenever you see like little stacks of enemy armies separated from the major stacks, go for it, especially when you're fighting a massive army like the Ottoman one. And yes, they do have a ton of artillery compared to us, I just noticed. Getting sieges is not as important. I'm basically just trying to get a couple of forts here and there just so I have some choke points, but mostly I'm just trying to keep my armies close together and pushing into smaller enemy stacks wherever I see them. So see here, for example, they're trying to escape from Kazan, which is why I'm going to the province of Bulgar to prevent them from escaping until the rest of my army is here. So now we can actually attack and know for sure that we're going to win, as such getting even more war score against the Ottomans, and in the process also draining a little bit more of their manpower, of course, too. Hey, we got an achievement. Let's go. That's awesome. We got Sweden is not overpowered, own and have cores on the entirety of the Baltic coastline. Hails to the east. It's about time we get some good news in the midst of this horrible coalition war. Well, looks like we've been abandoned by pretty much all of our allies, so it is just us against the rest of the world. Well, really just the Ottomans. All right, Ottomans, hands up, buddy boy. Hands freaking up. Look at that, 120 discipline, and we won. But they do have a lot of good dice rolls. If we had some decent dice rolls, we probably would have done a lot more damage. Hey, we can also do a Scandinavian empire, changes our rank to empire, and until the end of the game we get yearly legitimacy and max absolutism plus 20. What? Plus, we can just form Scandinavia already. We just got to be at peace now because it doesn't require admin tech 20 anymore. Oh my god, that's crazy. And the best part is we also have done our final innovative idea, so that means we can go for the trade efficiency and more importantly the infantry combat ability plus 15%, so we end up having 45 infantry combat ability. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, look at that difference there. Oh my god, we literally inflicted double the amount of damage on their units simply because we have in essence 50% stronger lesser infantry compared to the Ottomans right now. Oh, you trying to take back the fortification, Otto bros? Oh, this right here is just prime example of free war score. I mean, quite literally free war score. And another thing that makes a big difference is having the capital of the coalition leader under your control, which is why we're going to push for Constantinople. Another battle, another bit of free war score. Okay, this one actually was a little bit disappointing. I was hoping to get a little bit more from that. For Constantinople, obviously we're going to be barraging, and we're also going to be bringing the rest of the artillery pieces from the secondary army to help out with this. You know what? I don't feel comfortable with those 18,000 soldiers next to me. I'm just going to pile up in one massive stack on Constantinople just in case they decide to attack me. Yeah, I feel like that's the smart idea here. Okay, a bit underwhelming, the fact that we're barely getting anything war score wise, but we are inching closer to that white piece we want. 5 more war score and we're done with this. Hey, we've achieved superiority, so now we just gotta wait for the ticking war score to do the rest of the job for us. We're literally wiping the floor with the Ottoman troops. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit surprised by this, but the extra infantry combat ability is actually insanely OP right now. So we got 47 war score. Most of this war score is from freaking battles, guys. So that means not only can we get the peace deal, but we can actually take stuff from them. So I don't know, I'm gonna take this, I guess, because I can. Why not? And maybe a little bit of land in the New World. These 2 provinces. I guess that's gonna be a little bit too much, isn't it? Maybe 1 province, or we gotta choose between New World and Old One. I mean, since we fought the freaking Ottomans, we might as well just get these provinces and call it a day. There you go. We basically won the coalition war, and we even managed to grab lands from the Ottomans, so that was a double win in my book. So also go ahead and embrace the printing press, and now it's time to chill, recover, and wait for the Protestant war to happen. Well, I guess we're gonna have to be the ones that trigger the Protestant war, aren't we? In that case, let's get ready for the Protestant war. But I said get some extra generals, because we've lost a lot of generals. Don't know why, but they die like literal flies. And let's see if we can get an alliance with them. What? No shot. Oh, dude, this explains why they had such a long-ass war. Britain is a junior partner of Spain. That is crazy, man. Oh, dude, this is the craziest run I've had so far. So not only am I not massively expanding, right, but we have a huge Ottomans that's technically stronger than me in the south. We have a Castile / Great Britain in the west that is obviously stronger than me, and then France is also kicking ass everywhere. It is just insane, this run so far. All right, and we can form the Scandinavian. Wait, does that mean we still get the achievements though? I hope we do, right? Does say starting as Sweden, so we should still be okay here. Boom, we got Scandinavia. Oh, do we go for the ideas? I think the Scandinavian ideas might be a little bit better. We don't have the 5% discipline, but we do have admin efficiency +5, and we have also infantry combat ability. Sure, let's go for the Scandinavian ideas. So look at what they give. Oh, actually, we do have discipline, so actually they're better than the Swedish ideas. I'm glad that we got Scandinavian ideas, because remember, after the Lions of the North, they actually buffed Scandinavia, so now they do have some of the most insane ideas compared to before, when Scandinavia was the worst formable. So if you play as Sweden, make sure you get the Scandinavian ideas when you form it, because they do have significantly better ideas. 5% discipline, goods produced +15, admin efficiency +5, construction cost, global possible number of buildings in all your provinces +1, trade efficiency, morale of navies, cavalry, fire +0.5, so you actually have a use for cavalry. It's not completely horrible anymore. Infantry combat ability you keep, and you get max absolutism +10 and +1 yearly. So we actually have +30 max absolutism, because remember the other mission gave us another +20 max absolutism. Now the cool part is that we also have a lot more missions unlocked once we form Scandinavia. We got all of these missions here, with Lion of the Empire giving government capacity +15, permanent 25 power projection and income from vassals. Provinces of Germanic culture group will not suffer penalties of unaccepted culture. Interesting. I like the LARP in that. I actually really like the LARP in that. We also get Norwegian sailor naval doctrine, construction of the Vasa, the really famous awesome ship they have in Stockholm, and we have kept the achievements too, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Start at Sweden, lead the Protestant League. Yes, we have that. Super Trooper, we have it. Okay, we're good. Okay, let's start the Protestant War. Wait for the units to get here, recruit a few more, and then we're Gucci. Here goes nothing. The Protestant War. Oh god, we're literally, the Ottomans are on their side too. No, I'm not gonna win this. I'm not gonna win this. This is crazy. I'm actually not gonna win this. This is by far the most insane, unbalanced Protestant League war I've ever seen. Like, look at this shit. What is this, man? Come on, really? And they get Spain on their side? No, look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this. What is this, brother? What is this? I'm alone with Portugal and Saxony against this. What? Come on, man. I am gonna be so screwed here. The only way for me to win this is to just focus on the little guys here and focus on the little guys, get the Spaniards out as well ASAP, and then Ottomans. Oh god, this I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. I actually don't know how I'm gonna do this, bro. The war goal is show superiority, so the main point is to not lose too many battles, but unfortunately I cannot tell my allies what to do, so that's gonna be very difficult to do, not lose battles with my allies around here. And I'm gonna use all my freaking mana points to just get as many of these sieges down ASAP. Don't care if it's even a white piece, I just need to make sure I piece them out. Come on, let's go. Next one. We actually can enforce a few things on Magdeburg, so that's pretty cool. Can we cancel their alliance? We can cancel one of their alliances. Perfect. That's one down. 1 trillion to go. Ah, yes, guys. We got the best trait ever. Navigator. Wow, I'm so happy. You want to see how unbalanced this is? Look at that. They have 600,000 soldiers between them. I've got 250. Bro, this is crazy. I don't even want to look at this screen, man. I actually don't even want to look at that. I would be able to force religion on Braunschweig, but that would take a little bit too long, so I'm just gonna go for the 3 war score peace deal. Took me only occupying the entirety of Würzburg to get him to peace out. Holy schnitzel, this is gonna be way tougher than I expected it to. Let's go for the really small ones like Augsburg. Oh my god, Palatinat's on their side. Oh no, they're a subject of Burgundy. Oh god. Okay, this should be easy. We're gonna be assaulting it to quickly take mines, and then we occupy the other one province they have. And I'm assuming both of their only 2 provinces being occupied should be enough here to get them to peace out. I don't even want to look at the eastern parts of my country. I genuinely don't even want to look, because I am expecting my eastern parts to be full of Ottomans. Yep, I knew it. I freaking knew it, bro. I freaking knew it, man. I'm gonna try and help a little bit by setting up some defensive edicts, but it's not gonna do much, is it now? Gonna build a few more fortifications here too. Hopefully that's gonna hold them off for a little bit longer whilst I deal with the HRE members. Oh yeah, baby. One by one, they all fall. And that was a clear victory. We got 1 war score right there in case you didn't see that. Oh, we got a new colony. Scandinavian Columbia. No, sir. You mean Scrotumbia, because it's at the bottom of the New World, basically. Well, it's around the scrotum area is what I'm trying to say. Now, here's something that surprised me. Baden is Protestant, but they joined the Catholic League. What's wrong with you, Baden? Another one. Augsburg, also Protestant, and joined the other side. Dude, why, you guys? You are horrible. You're the worst Protestants I've ever met. Okay, at least the HRE is clearing up. We just have like 3 or 4 major more nations to get out of the HRE, and then we can focus on the West. Oh, God. It's like the Huns attacking me from the East in the meanwhile, and I'm not doing anything about it. Some of these peace deals we're gonna have to offer a little bit. We basically have taken a few provinces, including the capital from Burgundy, but it's unbeatable. Right now, we got 100,000 units that are gonna wipe out our army, so the only thing we can do is give a little bit of money, give a little bit of provinces. We're not actually giving our provinces, we're giving allied provinces, so honestly, it's not the worst thing ever. Because if we look at the diplomat, that is a big chunk of enemies that we managed to peace out, with Burgundy having, what, 43,000 that we don't need to worry about anymore. And would you look at that? Portugal has been carrying us this whole time, and I didn't even realize it. Go freaking Portugal. We might even be able to do a favorable peace deal, or less painful peace deal with Spain at least. Now I'm actually thinking there might be a conspiracy looming, because I just realized freaking Baden is also Protestant. Oh, I see why. It's because they're all allied to the Austrians. The Austrians allied all the Protestants to make sure they're going to be on their side when the war happens, and they smart AI, I'm telling you, very smart AI. It's also push for Flanders, which is the last Western European we need to worry about aside from the Spaniards, which I feel like we can peace out after Madrid falls, actually, because we've got a pretty big chunk of the Spanish parts of Iberia. Oh god, I just realized all of Italy is in this war as well. Come on, dude. Oh wait, half of Italy is Spain. Oh my god, how big is Spain, man? Boys, we have a little bit of a situation here. So there's below 100 garrison in this particular fort, which means that it is 100% gonna fall to Venice once they're finished sieging that down. So I have 2 options here. I can continue being at war with 112,000 and 34,000 units, or I can sue for peace, offer them whatever they might be interested in. They would like the northern provinces. I'm not okay with that, so I'm not going to give them that. Instead, maybe there are other things that they would like me to give, like war reparations, maybe a little bit more money too. So we pay off 1,400 ducats, give up 2 provinces in the New World, and we basically have to fight 150,000 units less. So instead of fighting 700,000 units, we fight 400 or 500,000. That's a massive difference, actually. It really is a massive difference. That means we can now focus on the Venetians next. Once we finish with Flanders, we can just push on down to Venice, which has 130,000 units. That's crazy, the numbers these nations are coming up with, bro. I'm literally by myself fighting against all these nations. It is freaking insane, brother. The Ottomans also have 140,000 and 120 in the bank, and I basically almost ran out of my army professionalism. Is the only thing that's literally keeping me going right now in the war. It is brutal. I have to say, on the one hand, I'm having a lot of fun, but on the other hand, this is not worth it, bro. This war is 100% not worth it. It's great. If it wasn't for the achievement for me to get, I wouldn't even bother with this. Also, Muisca just declared on my subject, so I'm gonna have to enforce peace. I'm gonna do it a little bit later. Well, no, I'm gonna do it now, because if I don't do it now, what's going to happen is they're gonna just annex my subject, and I don't want that to happen now, do I? We want to keep at least the Panama Canal, and once we're done with the Austrians, we can fully annex all of Muisca, and that way we get a 10 provinces strong colony in South America. All right, let's see if we're able to get Flanders out of this. Can I get forced religion on them? I cannot. No, it's fine. I'm not going to be greedy. Just a little bit of money is enough. Now let's go focus on the Venetians in the south. The map is looking a lot better now compared to what it was just a couple of months ago. We just have Austria, Venice, Ottomans, and Siena, Florence, so it's really not too bad. Siena, Florence is not allied. Well, one of them is allied to the Austrians. The other one's just in the league itself for some reason. So we should have an easier time piecing them both out. They don't even have much armies as well. So we're gonna focus Italy and then come back up because we have half of our country basically sieged down right now. Oh no, we have war exhaustion issues too. This is so bad. Also, in case it's not obvious, I've been working on this war for hours. I literally went down, took a shower, and I'm trying to figure out the best way of handling this, honestly. Rostock fell as well. That is not great, bro. They're close to 50%, so they might even be able to stab hit me if they're smart enough. I do like how what's left of my side of the Protestant League is basically following my armies. There's not many of them, but it's cute because they literally are just following me around wherever I go. I'm a little bit scared because I don't know if you know this, but the AI seems to know I'm weak. It knows the weakness of the flesh. Also, it pretty much pieced out everybody else that it could piece out. We only have Trier, Rothenburg, and Thuringia, and Anhalt. That's it. That's the whole of my alliance set right now. It is oh, it's Switzerland. I forgot Switzerland's in this too. Surprisingly, Switzerland's been basically occupied for the entirety of the war, and they still haven't pieced out. So mad respect to the Swiss, honestly. Things are looking good though. It looks like we can actually make the Florentines Protestant. So that means the resolve of the enemy is weakening, maybe. I'm also using up every single little bit of military power that I have to barrage fortifications. It really has saved my life. I know I'm basically falling behind with military tech as consequence, but it's worth it. I've done my best here, boys. We are so freaking close. So close to white piecing these guys. I've got 50% war score against them, and they still wouldn't give me a freaking white piece. That would be 16% war score. They would accept this, and it's just 2 provinces. I can get this back afterwards. There you go. It's fine. It's a small loss. We'll get Estonia back after. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna start getting a spy network on them as we speak. That is 124,000 units we don't need to worry about now. So in this war, we have about the same amount of soldiers now. So it's time to start slapping around the Austrians and their buddies, the Ottomans. Every time I do one of these peace deals, I lose Defender of the Faith though, because I technically lose against that particular nation. So it's pretty bad. And we also have minus 65 war score because we have the ticking war score as well from showing superiority, which is on their side, and half of our country is occupied. So we're gonna have to really double down now and push for this. On the bright side though, my rebels popping up left and right around the Russian Principality area is actually helping me out right now. The Ottomans just recruited 50,000 more soldiers since I pieced out Venice. That is scary, not gonna lie, that's pretty scary. Okay, some small victories. Let's go. We still haven't gotten to show superiority, but we're making up for stuff. We got a few victories already, a couple of big victories too for that matter, and we're gonna start unsieging all the lands that were sieged by the Austrians. That's the most important part. Oh, the Mamluks sending us 155. I don't need it, but thank you, Mamluks. You know what, though? I think I'm going to do something. I'm going to consolidate all of my units into whatever I have now. So that way we can start hiring mercenaries. We don't have any more army professionalism, and we can definitely get some mercenaries. I also forgot to get Marines for that matter. Let's go with the independent company here, and then we'll get the other ones as we need. We don't have any loans. So the good thing about our economy is that we actually have a good economy. I was getting a total income of about 200 ducats when the war started. So the war made me go from 200 to 131 ducats. That is absolutely brutal, but we're still making ducats. So we're going to take advantage of that, and we're going to use mercenaries to make up for the lack of manpower that we currently have. Okay, with this battle, we managed to massively tilt the scales of war because they don't have the ticking war score for show superiority anymore. And the Portuguese also brought some of their armies into the northern parts here. So we're going to use that to start pushing towards Vienna now with one army, whilst the other army is busy reconquering our lands in the Russian parts. Also, our colonies in the New World have worked together to make sure that we win the war against Muisca. So I'm really happy to see that. It means we can, in fact, annex Muisca. So yeah, hell, that's one less war I need to worry about, boys. And all of this goes over to Scrotumbia, which means it's their problem to core this up now. Oh, dude, I actually could peace out the Ottomans if I gave them a few provinces and a little bit of money. Oh, this is painful, but I'm gonna do it. I have to do it, man. They've got 180,000 still, dude. This way, it's basically gonna be a cakewalk getting rid of the Austrians, which only have 38,000 soldiers. Yeah, I'm just gonna literally pee all over their soldiers now. Also, we can use the mountain expansion burger privilege as of now, which means developing provinces that are in mountains, highlands, and hills is going to be 50% less penalty from the terrain. Well, how the tables have turned on Austria. Check out the diplomatic map mode. Oh, and with Leibniz down, Moscow is literally within our sights. Look at that, our economy is also recovering. We're back up to 200 total income, and we haven't even fully unsieged everything yet. Also trying to cozy up to the new nation of the Netherlands, which has gotten its hands on quite a few of the old republics. Friesland joined them a while back. Utrecht did as well. So I'm curious to see if we can get an alliance with them eventually. That would be beneficial for both sides, if you ask me, since I have no interest in expanding within the lowlands at any point in the campaign. Okay, Vienna's ours. It means we could probably already enforce our demands, which is of course going to be a religious supremacy, but we don't want to stop there now, do we? We also want to have a little bit of money from them. We will enforce the religious supremacy and keep it as is. Boom shakalaka. And now there's going to be a new emperor. Apparently it is Otto III of Lüneburg. Bro, really? Well, at least we got a new achievement. Boom shakalaka. The Lion of the North. Start a Sweden, lead a Protestant League to victory against the emperor, which is huge. And now we can start recovering our economy and getting ready for the rest of the wars that are to come. We can now do as well the religious league, and once we have finished the Age of Discovery and we have a level 4 tier for Defender of the Faith, which we already have, we can do the last mission, which will give until the end of the game tolerance to the true faith, church power, and manpower in true faith provinces plus 15%, which is huge. Denmark and Saxony are the two electors. Okay, well, I'm gonna make sure both of these nations are gonna vote their asses for me. I'm gonna be their bestest of friends. You know, all things considered, we came out of the Protestant War pretty freaking well off. And we still have all of our colonies in the New World. Nobody attacked them. We lost a couple of provinces, but we're gonna be attacking the Great Horde, and we're gonna get a lot more in a few seconds, so it's not the end of the world. And hey, we got new electors, out of which 2 already are voting for us. Let's get some more alliances in that case. I would like to secure these electoral votes permanently. There we go, we got majority of the votes. Now we just got to make sure that the leader of, who was emperor again? Saxe-Lauenburg dies, or Lüneburg, better yet, dies. You know, an easy way to do that would be to just attack them and then fully annex their nation. That would in fact be doable, but we'd get a lot of aggressive expansion within the area, so probably not the smartest idea. Since we are going for a chill LARPing, I'm debating between exploration idea so we can start going into Asia, or economic or infrastructure just so we can continue to play toll. Maybe I'll go economic, but I don't know. You know what? I'll let you guys decide this. I'm gonna take this in the next part of the campaign, next and final part of the campaign. We'll play it up until like 1700s or whenever I get bored, and we're gonna try and get the last 2 into achievements for the Swedes. That's going to be the main goal of it. Hope you enjoyed this run. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.